Welcome to the Alldus podcast, Women in ServiceNow series, a brand new series dedicated to showcasing the incredible women leading the way in the ServiceNow ecosystem. With your host, Ailsa Cassie, each episode will bring you inspiring conversations with trailblazing women who are driving innovation, breaking barriers, and shaping the future of ServiceNow. Whether you're an aspiring leader, a seasoned professional, or just curious about the impact of female leadership in the tech space, this podcast is your go-to source for inspiration and empowerment. Join us on this exciting new journey as we dive into the stories, challenges, and triumphs of the remarkable women making their mark within the ServiceNow ecosystem.
You're listening to the Alldus podcast, Women in ServiceNow series, and today I'm really excited to welcome Barbara, who is a ServiceNow leader and a solution architect from Aramco. Thank you for joining me today, Barbara.
Thank you for having me today.
So from crafting tiny gears that measure time to architecting digital solutions that run businesses, today's guest really proves that precision isn't just tied to tools, but to the mindset as well for success. So I'm really excited to dive into your background a little more and maybe just start by telling us about your journey to ServiceNow.
Great, thank you. So my journey started in my career as a watchmaker, where I am actually fixing, repairing, or creating mechanical watches. This was a fun job, but it was also a little inflexible. So I was looking for a new job. I moved into a notary department, but I found the work very legal focused, not very creative or innovative. And this is something I truly like. So I reacted to a vague newspaper ad that had, and in the end came into a service desk role in a big banking company. I didn't know what it would do or what it actually would mean for me, but I just took the leap. And it was a big surprise that I really liked it because I found that I have a big passion for IT and technology. Within the company, I fulfilled several roles like change manager, product owner, process manager. And in the end, I got assigned to ServiceNow platform. It was just me and one other colleague. We both didn't have any experience, but I liked it. And I felt that I could make a big impact on serving services to my colleagues, helping my teams out to facilitate any business.
And what was it about ServiceNow, the product, that you really fell in love with to start with?
Even me, as a watchmaker, a mechanical watchmaker, even I can set up stuff in ServiceNow. I can set up workflows. I can set up catalog items. So I don't have any IT background, but still I found the ServiceNow platform to be maintainable, manageable by me. I like to understand how the processes work and to build a workflow that can support this process.
Yeah, and going back to my kind of brief introduction about you, I think there are definitely some parallels between that kind of fine tuning of something more physical to ServiceNow. You're really tuning a platform to make it work for all of its individuals and all of its users. So I can see why the skills that you maybe learned from that role have then transpired into something that's been very effective within the ServiceNow world as well. And I'm sure Aramco are very, very lucky to be able to have you and someone that is so precise in the way that they work. And they're looking at the parallels again. From my perspective, I've kind of said how I foresee that to transpire. But for you, like what parallels did you experience in that transition from a physical role to the digital world?
Every team or every person in a team is like a gear. And all those gears work together. And in the end, the ServiceNow workflow will facilitate every gear in the process that will set up. In the end, will show you the time or give you an HR case or give you a resolved incident. So it is a similar, different but similar, because all the gears working together will get you the result in the end to have the best result possible.
Yeah. And I guess another thing that's different as well is that there maybe are a few different solutions that you could come to within ServiceNow, whereas if you go one thing wrong with the watch, it might not work anymore, but there's lots of different directions that you can take.
Definitely.
So it keeps things exciting. The experience that you've got that brought you to where you are today, you've taken on leadership roles, you have people reporting to you. How did you kind of learn to become a leader, and what would you say are the characteristics that make you a great leader in the role that you're doing today?
I'm a strong believer that you can learn something from everybody. So
Yeah.
everybody has a different experience, everybody has a different background, and as a leader, you can learn from anybody. So somebody might be very good in Wi-Fi setups, or somebody might be very good in legal cases. So I can learn from them, and then I can help them to get better at their jobs. And I think that is what a leader should do. A leader should help other people grow. And I can help them with my knowledge. And if they can help me with their knowledge, then we can be better together. And I think this is what makes a strong leader.
And in your role with Aramco, you're leading more so on the kind of business side in a lot of ways, and you obviously feed and work very closely with technical people, and you have a great base of technical knowledge yourself. But what what is it that you would foresee in that you're most passionate about, and how do you work the best with your team members in that kind of bridging of technology to the functional side and the business side?
So I love being the bridge between the technical side and the functional side. So I love finding requirements. I love talking to people that tell me that things are not working as expected, because only then I am able to improve, right? So I like it when people tell me how they use the platform, what would they like to see as an improvement, how they would see progression, and then we can find out if we can facilitate that in a technical way. And because I have some experience in ServiceNow, I also know how to do this. So that helps me find, but it also means that I can tell my colleagues from facility or law, so this, you're asking for this, we cannot do that, but we have an alternative. We can do it in a different way that would be more beneficial for you or for the company. Or so I'm trying to find, sometimes the solution is not a technical solution, right? Sometimes it's a mindset, or sometimes you just need to explain how the platform facilitates the process of the team you're supporting.
Yeah, kind of educating the users as to
Yes.
what the capacity actually is as that expert. And it sometimes can't be easy, dealing with or working with people that maybe have it very set in their ways what they think the solution should be. But the communication skills then obviously help you be a great leader and being able to explain and knowledge share with people to ultimately give them what they need, even if they don't realize that is what they needed to start with.
And sometimes I need to explain it 10 times, but that's also fine, right? You just need the other party to understand I need to understand what they are doing, and then I can explain what they need to do or how they can improve. But I can only do that if they tell me how or what or when. So I try to be a very good listener, because it's important to understand what they are doing so I can improve for them.
Yeah, for sure. And is there any kind of typical mistakes that you see people making while they're trying to bridge that gap between the business side and the technical side for solutions?
Mostly when it comes to learning ServiceNow, people are stuck in their old ways, right? The old system did this, but why did you do it that way in the old system? Well, it was not capable of doing this or doing that. But ServiceNow can facilitate that in an easier way, right? So sometimes, because you're so used to always left click and then select something in menu and then go down 3 layers, you can do that in one click in ServiceNow. Sometimes you just need to explain in a better way why the platform is a better solution than what's currently installed.
For sure. And looking and reflecting back to your journey, because as you said, you never started in technology, you've transitioned into it and you've made a fantastic career out of that transition.
Thank you.
Is there any advice that you would give the younger version of yourself?
Oh, I would definitely practice more. ServiceNow has a great community where you can ask any question, anything. I have not ever found not an answer on the ServiceNow community. But if you want to practice, just go to the ServiceNow community, find an issue that you would like to resolve, and see if you can do that in your personal developer instance. This is the best way of learning. Not always users are going to ask you, or not always will you find it when you are exploring yourself. So this is the best way to learn how to build in ServiceNow. And you will also make your own mistakes in your own instance, instead of that in your colleagues or customers' instance.
I love about the ServiceNow community is that it is available to all people that really want to get stuck into new projects, new ideas, and lean on each other to really get to the next level of their career, or just have examples of work to really go off that can then help them in their actual projects that they're working on as well. So it's a great thing to have access to as a user and as a delivery consultant within the ServiceNow world. And how are you involved in the community other than kind of leaning on it for examples of work? Is there any other ways that you get involved within the ServiceNow community?
Yeah, there are so many people much smarter than I am. So I'm trying to learn from them. I'm not a big poster of solutions, but I find it very useful that people have resolved issues that I just found instead of last year or the year before. So learning from it, finding cases, that is the thing I use ServiceNow community for most.
Yeah, and you sometimes get to go to some events as well, don't you?
I do go. I want to go to Knowledge every year, and I always try to sign up with management to get some budget, but of course that's not always possible. So I try to go to all the events in the Netherlands. And I also attend to the ServiceNow user group, and they're really active in the Netherlands. So it's always fun to be there and to share information with the people that are within the SNUC.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know, I myself had got the opportunity to go to one in the UK before, which is really cool. Kind of seeing people that you recognise from LinkedIn and from different, pages online. You see a lot of faces, but seeing and getting the measure of people face to face is always very nice. It kind of adds a bit of excitement, doesn't it?
Oh, this guy, I've seen him on the community. Can I get his autograph?
Yeah, definitely. I know. Well, I'm of course getting to go to Knowledge this year, which I'm very excited about, and it's a shame that I'll not get to see you there. But
you will love it.
Maybe at another event in the Netherlands, I'll just need to get to come across to see you there.
I will make sure that you are notified of any interesting events that's coming on. Can you please invite this lady?
Please do. And why would you say community involvement is so important? I know we've touched on a few things already, but is there anything else that really stands out to you about being involved in the community that makes it so important to you in the work that you do?
It helps you think about things that you might not have come up with yourself. People have different perspectives, and the people are also really kind. I find all the people in ServiceNow, most of the people, as always, right, in ServiceNow are willing to help you, are willing to learn something, are willing to learn you something. So I find it a very kind community.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And looking forward to 2026, and it sounds like you're going to be going to a few different events in the Netherlands at least. But is there anything else that you're really most excited about, whether that be something in ServiceNow, a new feature, or an event that you could foresee you being able to go to?
I am looking forward to implementing AI in our instance. It will improve data quality, it will improve work quality, it will make the life of my teams better. So I'm really looking forward to implementing that.
Yeah, no, that is very, very exciting. I know it wouldn't be a worthwhile episode if we didn't at least touch slightly on the new AI topics. Yeah. Is there any particular features that you're going to be looking at to start with, or is that still to be planned?
No, that's still to be planned, but first we have to do a little cleanup in the data, because the core of AI is finding the correct data in ServiceNow. So we will have to do a cleanup for that. And then I'm hoping to help out our service desk, because they're quite overloaded with same questions. And I hope I can help them out to facilitate answers on those questions. And then they can do smart work.
Very exciting. I know we'll hopefully after Knowledge, which is only about a month away, there'll be plenty more case studies for being able to look at and see some real live examples of how AI is really benefiting loads of enterprise customers globally. So we can maybe have another follow-up in a few months' time.
Yes, definitely. After I'm done implementing. Yes, please.
Yeah. Lovely. Well, Barbara, thank you so much for joining us today. And yeah, I'm looking forward to maybe seeing you at some point in person this year, and we can do another episode together.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me share my journey in ServiceNow.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Alldus podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and any Android podcast of choice. You can also head over to our website, www.alldus.com, to listen to more podcasts, view our open roles, and stay up to date with industry news. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more great episodes coming very soon.